You're sitting in a warm apartment, the heat is on, the fridge is full, and you still want something heavy, fried, sweet, anything that feels like it could get you through a season. Nobody's rationing anything. Nothing is scarce, but your body is acting like a famine is coming, and it has almost nothing to do with the calendar on your phone. Your body isn't responding to winter the way you think it is. It's not just cold. It's a signal, one your cells have been reading since long before central heating existed, and it still runs the same ancient program every single year. Here's the part that sounds impossible. You have a second kind of fat, one most people never learn about, and it doesn't store energy. It burns it, specifically to generate heat when your body senses cold. For decades, scientists assumed this tissue, called brown fat, only mattered in babies and hibernating animals, and that adult humans lost it entirely. Then in 2009, endocrinologist Aaron Cypess and his team at the National Institutes of Health went back through thousands of old PET scans, originally taken to hunt for cancer, and found something nobody expected. Active brown fat, quietly burning calories in adult bodies, especially in people scanned during colder months. Your body isn't just enduring winter, it's preparing equipment for it. But the preparation goes deeper than one tissue. Neuroscientist Randy Nelson at Ohio State has spent years studying how shortening daylight shifts an animal's entire internal chemistry, immune activity, appetite, even how efficiently the body stores fat, all tied to a hormone called melatonin that rises as nights get longer. Melatonin isn't just about making you sleepy. It's a seasonal messenger, and in species built to survive scarce winters, more melatonin means one instruction: eat more, store more, slow down. You are one of those species, you just don't live like one anymore. There's a second layer to this signal that makes it even stranger. Melatonin doesn't just respond to the season, it responds to light itself, and your body was never designed to sit under bright bulbs until midnight or stare into a phone screen an hour before bed. Psychiatrist Norman Rosenthal, who first described seasonal affective disorder in the 1980s, found that controlled exposure to bright light in the morning could reset this same melatonin rhythm and ease the mood and appetite shifts tied to darker months. Which means the ancient system isn't only confused about temperature. It's confused about light too, getting mixed signals from screens at night and dim offices by day, a scrambled version of the dusk and dawn cues it was built to read cleanly. Go back far enough, and this made you very hard to kill. 100,000 years ago, autumn wasn't a mood. It was the last warning before months of unreliable food. Bodies that responded to shortening days by craving dense calories and holding onto fat survived winters that thinner, more relaxed bodies didn't. That single signal, shorter days equal store fat now, ran through nearly every generation of your ancestors with no exception harsh enough to erase it. You inherited the program. You just never got the famine that was supposed to come with it. And here's the twist almost nobody talks about. Your ancestors didn't just eat more in the cold season. They also moved through real cold, hours of it, hunting, gathering, traveling without insulated coats or heated cars. Their skin sat exposed to genuine winter air for most of the daylight hours, not the few seconds between a doorway and a car door. That exposure activated brown fat constantly, burning through a meaningful share of the extra calories the season pushed them to eat. The craving and the burn were built as a pair. One without the other was never supposed to happen, in the same way a lock was never supposed to exist without its matching key. Nelson's research goes further than appetite. His lab found that the same melatonin surge that tells your body to store fat also shifts immune activity, in some animals ramping certain defenses up and others down, all timed to a season when infection risk and food scarcity used to arrive together. Your body isn't just planning around hunger. It's planning around getting sick at the same time, running two ancient contingency plans off a single light-based trigger. Which is exactly what's happening to you right now. You still get the ancient signal. Shorter days, more melatonin, a body quietly bracing for scarcity. You still get the craving that comes with it, the pull toward bread and butter and anything warm and dense. But you almost never get the cold. You go from a heated house to a heated car to a heated office and back again, and your brown fat, the exact tissue built to burn off that seasonal surplus, barely has to switch on at all. You inherited a system built like a set of matched gears, one gear telling you to eat more, the other quietly burning it off, and Odin life removed one gear and left the other spinning at full strength. That's worth sitting with for a second. Two separate ancient systems, one for hunger and one for immunity, both keyed to the exact same signal of shortening daylight, both still firing correctly every autumn whether or not an actual famine or outbreak is coming. Think about the specific shape of it. You crave rich food in November not because you lack discipline in December. You crave it because a hormone shift tied to daylight is doing exactly what it evolved to do, priming you to store fuel for a winter your thermostat already solved. The craving isn't a flaw in you. It's a message written for a world that no longer exists, delivered faithfully anyway, like a scout still running toward a war that ended years ago. There's a strange gap in this story, too, one that recent research is still chasing. Cypess and other researchers who followed his work found that brown fat activity doesn't just depend on temperature outside your body. It depends on genuine, sustained cold exposure to your skin, not just knowing intellectually that it's winter. Which means the fix, if there is one, probably isn't about eating less in December. It's about the cold itself going missing from modern life almost entirely, and nobody engineered that on purpose. It just happened, one thermostat and one heated car seat at a time. So the next time you're standing in your kitchen in January, coat still on the hook by the door, oven going, staring into the fridge for something dense and warm you don't actually need, you're not failing at anything. You're watching a signal built for tense and open fires play out inside a building that already solved the problem it's trying to prepare you for. You're sitting in a warm apartment, the heat is on, the fridge is full, and your body is still bracing for a winter it will never actually have to survive.